Hey yo, what's going on guys? It's your boy Scatino aka Scat, and today I'm actually going to be looking at Disney's Aladdin on the Sega Mega Drive or Sega Genesis, as it is known over in the US and Canada and other places like that. Um, the reason I'm actually doing these videos, and I say these videos, because I'm looking to do maybe a bit of a series, you know, just taking it back to what I consider for me the golden age of gaming. You know, people may call it like the late 70s, the 80s, when shit like Pong and Asteroids and everything was out. But obviously, I wasn't actually alive then. But during the 90s, when I was growing up as a kid, you know, the Super Nintendo and the Sega Mega Drive. The Mega Drive was actually my console of choice then. You know, I loved the system. I loved the games. You know, they hold some, you know, fantastic memories for me, and Aladdin in particular was one of my, well, if not one of my favourites, my favourite, you know, the favourite game of mine from back in those days. Obviously it's based on the film Disney's Aladdin, and the game literally takes place over the course of the film, so you're going to see all the familiar places. So as you can see, like, we're in AGRABAH market at the moment. You know, like you see in the beginning of the film. You also go into the desert to find the scarabs, and that's where you find the Cave of Wonders. You go into the Cave of Wonders, go into Jafar's palace and everything like that. You actually are able to, there's a level based around the magic carpet where you're flying on the magic carpet. It was just a fantastic game. It's a side scroller, as you can see. Aladdin has his sword type thing. He's able to throw these apples, and he can also collect gems which are scattered around the game world, which you can actually purchase extra lives or like wishes is able to grant if he collects these gems. The game was actually released as well on the Super Nintendo, but it wasn't as well received as the Mega Drive version. Honestly, I prefer the Mega Drive version anyway, and that's the version you're actually watching today. But you know, the Aladdin game came out around a time where, although I was little, you know, I was just a little kid, you know, games that were based off films were actually pretty good. Aladdin, obviously, one in particular that was, but also The Lion King. And if I can, I'll be making a video on The Lion King as well, the Lion King game, because that was another one of my favourite games from back in that time. And unfortunately, you know, they kind of lost the spirit over the years. You know, the movie to video game genre, you know, if you want to call it that, it's kind of, well, we all know the games pretty much suck. You know, off the top of my head, I can't really think of many games that were films that I actually enjoy at this point in time, because, you know, they're always a rushed effort, and, you know, with it being a rushed effort trying to get these games out in time for the films, obviously there's going to be a lack of polish and that kind of stuff. I mean, maybe it was because back in, you know, the Mega Drive games, where, you know, it was a 16-bit game, they probably didn't take that long to actually make, and basing it off the whole side-scrolling genre anyway, which obviously a lot of the games were back then, because they didn't have, or pretty much all the games were back then, because they didn't have 3D worlds. You know, we were kind of introduced to that whole concept with the PlayStation 1 and N64, you know, Super Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time and that kind of stuff. So back in the Mega Drive and Super Nintendo games, they were pretty much just side-scrollers, you know, using these kind of sprites that you see. So yeah, they probably didn't take that long to produce them, so getting the games out in time for the films probably wasn't that hard, and they were still able to make good games. Whereas now it's, you know, to make a really great game on a 360 or the PS3, you know, it takes a good couple of years development time, you know, so you can actually take advantage of the, you know, the capabilities of the system. But anyway, so that's about that. But yeah, Aladdin's definitely one of my favourite games. It brings back so many memories, and even playing it now, you know, playing it today for purposes of this video, I was having a whole lot of fun. And to be honest, I didn't even want to stop recording the video. I could have just played and played and played, but I wasn't sure how many people would actually want to sit here and watch me play through the whole of Aladdin. So that's why I've cut it down to about 9 minutes, I think the video lasts for. But it is a fantastic game, and I'm sure from, you know, for those of you who are actually watching it now, you can see that it is actually a lot of fun. And yeah, maybe it's Disney, but it's Aladdin, so it's alright for the fellas to be playing this kind of game, you know what I mean? Aladdin was always kind of, you know, the boys' Disney film. You know, it was one for the boys. It ain't no Little Mermaid and Cinderella. Aladdin was always like for the boys. Like I said, I absolutely love this game. And I hope you enjoy this video. Hope you comment on it. Thumb up the video, subscribe, and I hope you look forward to more videos in this bit of a series that I'm hopefully going to be able to continue. The power of fraps is, you know, a great feature when you can find these kind of games. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy it, and look out for the next episode, possibly going to be The Lion King, but if I can't get hold of that, it'll be something different. But it's not only going to be Sega Mega Drive games. If I can get hold of some Super Nintendo games, I'll be playing them as well. So just look out for them, and yeah, look forward and let me know what you think. And I'm your boy Scat. I'm just going to leave you now with the last few minutes of gameplay. Yeah, and that's it from me. I'm out.